Hibs last week, then midweek against Inverness, not great conditions, but we got the result in the end.
Yeah, I think this week's been a testing week for the players because of going down to Edinburgh and playing Hibs, and after half an hour being 2 down and being outplayed, hadn't really started the game well and hadn't really threatened a lot. So to come back from 2-0 down and play the way we did in the second half, especially, was very encouraging. And I think that when you look at the League Cup tie, it's a tricky one on paper, different surface, a difficult surface that the Stenhousemuir players are well used to. But really blowy and wet conditions, wind blowing down the middle of the pitch, it was hard for the players. And having gone 1-0 up, you think, well, we've got to go on and win the game comfortably now. But Stenhousemuir are a good side. I know Martin Corrigan, the manager, very well. He played for me a few times at Motherwell, a good few times. Became a bit of a cult hero at Motherwell, and he's got his team playing a fantastic way of football. And I think both teams deserve an enormous amount of credit for the way they passed the ball on a tricky surface under difficult conditions. So they got themselves back in the game, and in the end, it's end-to-end stuff. It was more like a basketball game than a football match because both teams, had waves of attack, and the Stenhousemuir goalkeeper making his debut from Celtic, had a fantastic match and made some brilliant saves from us. So I think if you look at the stats, we had something like 19 efforts on goal with 13 on target. So we've done a lot of things right without without beating a very informed goalkeeper. So I think when it came to the penalties, the players came up to us and just said, like, I want to take them. So we had 5 clear penalty takers, and then it was, you sort of hoping it's done by then. But then it was down to the 2 others after that. Ross Draper took a good penalty, and Phil Roberts had a tremendous penalty for someone who was 18 years of age to step up and do that. Showed a lot of character and a lot of bottle. So the penalties were good after Richie's one, of course he missed, but the players were very focused on what they had to do, and 2 tough away matches, and we're unbeaten in those games, and to get through into the next round of the cup was our target, was the principal reason for playing the match, and we feel as though now we're there. It's a great feeling, but it's 2 hard matches, and we've got Dundee United on Saturday, and then Ross County coming up too. So some big matches for us, but games to look forward to with confidence. In the last 3 matches we're unbeaten, 2 in the league and 1 in the cup, and we've scored goals in all of the 9 matches we've played this season. And if you look at the stats, in particular, we've only lost 2 matches out of the 9 against the top 2 sides in the SPL. So yeah, confidence is high from the players, and quite rightly so, because they play some good football in the process. They show a lot of character and resilience, and they're a good group of players who desperately want to get this win and desperately want to win these next 2 matches, and then that goes into the international break, and then we can look where we are after that.
Yeah, the young players are certainly shining so far. Connor there at Hibs getting a goal, and then we went to Stenhousemuir on Tuesday, and there's a few young boys in the team, in the squad for that. So what we seem to lack in numbers and depth of numbers, we certainly make that for the depth and character of the players, and their willingness and ability to go out and play with the rest.
Well, I think the SPL this year in particular is all about younger players coming through. I think that's the key sort of what you say, not strategy, but that's what's happening, and I think that's to the benefit of every club and Scottish football. So we've got youngsters here, not necessarily Scottish, but good young players here that really have a chance to make their mark. And we've had to go into this season with a much smaller squad, a much younger squad, and those that were here, you would have thought to start season just to make the numbers up, have certainly done more than that, a hell of a lot more than that. So their contribution has really warmed our hearts and really given the older pros a shot in the arm, because it's nice when you are a bit older, when you've got young legs running around doing the work and showing no fear. I think that's the key thing for me, is that they've shown a lot of bottle, and they haven't got any fear. They're desperate to be in the side, desperate to play, and desperate to show what they can do, and they're certainly doing that. And people like Phil Roberts, who has come from nowhere really, from youth football at Arsenal, he did well. He came on at Hibs and did well. Hibs are well on Tuesday night too, so that'll give him a lot of confidence. But just being around the first team squad for younger players, I think is just the best thing ever. And I think they've learned enormously, and they're learning quickly. The older players now, they're the ones that have got to hold everything together, which I think they're doing. But the team is growing in confidence. There's no problems with that, because You know, we've done enough in games to have won them. We're making enough chances to have won games. We just haven't gone over that line or crossed that line that, you know, gives you that victory. So we're confident that that will happen. You know, like I say, we've got a 3-match unbeaten run that we want to protect and increase on Saturday. And if anything, Dundee United, we're looking at that as a cup tie for us. A cup tie for 90 minutes. You know, let's go and win it in 90 minutes. Let's go score more goals than them, I think, now. I think we've probably abandoned the clean sheet process and just gone to try and score more goals than the opposition. So a bit like Kevin Keegan, but if it worked for Kevin, then hopefully it'll work for us.
Yeah, well, thank you very much, Teddy, and good luck on Saturday.
Thank you very much.